Good evening, tubers. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you've all been enjoying the little nonsensical videos. There are a few educational things I have been able to learn on a couple of people out there on these. Anywho, please excuse the out of breath. I'm a 41-year smoker. Kids, don't do it. Ex-smoker. So anyway, you guys, I've really been slaving on this car the last couple of days, the last 48 hours. I mean, I've been like bending over and under and in and out and in and out. So, you guys know what was going on. Some of you do, some of you don't. Some of you probably don't care. But anyway, the parking lights were all cracked up and they were uneven because that panel's junk. And I got it pretty straightened out, to be honest with you. I'm actually surprised. So the whole bumper cowl had to come off. Figured while I'm doing that, I had to take off the headlights anyway to get the bumper cowl all off. So you may as well paint all that redness that was still sitting in there. And I'll bring you over here in a minute. But then, of course, last summer, the mount for the fans on the bottom was broken and missing. And instead of fixing it properly, they just used a bush fix that came undone. The fans went into the radiator and ruined the radiator. And on top of that, the oil cooler, when they replaced the radiator when the car was wrecked, the oil cooler was not put on right. So I'll take you over here real quick. And I'll probably end up having to pause you guys in this, but that's okay. So the oil cooler line was just tied off over here. So like the last video I told you guys, I went and got a radiator. So the radiator's all in. The oil cooler is now hooked up. I'm probably going to go circle back. Or is it that way? Anyway, circle back and replace these lines right here because I don't like the looks of those two. But most of all the vacuum lines, radiator hoses, all this is new. I replaced it all. You can see I still have my mass airflow there because the car is ready to start. I actually got I didn't get a new one. Hang on a second, excuse me. I actually redid the ground instead of having it on the thermostat cover because it was too short. I just went ahead and rerouted it to the alternator. It was too short because I turned the battery on because I don't like side posts. So there you go. Anywho, you can see down in here, the guy got that all painted up down in there. Got this all buttoned back up. So I don't know how some people have already seen that this is all back together. But today, got the hoses all on today. Got the fan all tightened up today. I bought new PCV lines. I got the linkage hooked back up into that thing the way it's supposed to be. I don't know if that's going to stay there. The linkage is really stiff. Of course, all new clamps. And then I went on, excuse me, I'm out of breath. Okay, I apologize for that. We're going to restart that one. That was a really bad one. I have asthma and COPD, so when I get one of those attacks, I have to stop. So anyway, I went today and went on the internet. I've been watching people, and I went and learned on myself and how to bypass the throttle body de-icer is what I like to call it. A lot of people like to call it heater. It's not a heater. It's actually to keep it from icing up. So I like to call it a de-icer. So anyway, all you do is you take that one that used to go right down. Well, it's there. Trust me. Right there. You can see that open line right there. Anyway, this used to go from there to there and then from there to there. And the water would circulate through there. For those of you that don't know that, I don't even know why I'm babbling. But anyway, I went and learned on myself that. Got all new clamps, new hoses there. Those are yet to be determined. I'm going to assume this was for the smog pump and the air conditioning. I've not had anybody tell me yet what those are, but that's cool. We'll just pretend that they're not going to hit anything there. And then I got all my stuff down here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm not real happy with that brand new radiator hose. You can see it's twisted. And I think that thing's going to kink. but we'll see what happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this. I'm going to take everybody over there. Okay, so, and he's still out of breath. Boy, I need to go with that inhaler out there. He's going to have to open the garage door and let all the ghosts and goblins in here, but I digress. I'm going to go ahead and hook up the air cleaner real quick and put on that mass airflow sensor because it will not start without it. He's going to put the old battery cable up there on there and go try and turn the key, and we're going to see what happens. It hasn't been started since October 21st. So, I mean, it was running just fine when she got put away. So, really shouldn't be any issue with it. Other than the fact that I tore it all apart, that could be an issue. You know how these guys are, right? Where's that guy at? There's only one problem with that, because the guy's not paying attention. He actually put that in there backwards. Thankfully, he tries to sometimes watch what he's doing. Perfect. Okay, now, keeping in mind that I have tried 3 times to get the right part here, this is not the right cover. So I am still at a loss as to what I want to do about this cover. This one is not going to work. It'll work for starting the car purposes. And one of the main reasons I don't need to start this car, you guys, one of the main reasons I want to start is I want to get the oil warmed up because I'm getting ready to change the oil. So it needs to be started anyway. And it's been 4 months. And frankly, I just want to smell the fumes. Anywho. There. Now that'll at least get it started. And I guess some guys and girls are about to see if the guy's work paid off. She's probably going to take a minute to crank down over. Oh, I can't wait to smell it. How sweet it is. Keys will help. That's, my friend, that's. All right, cross your fingers, kids. Let some gas get up in there. Oh, the fuel pump's definitely turning on. Well, I'll be. Or hell no. That's okay. Looks like I got a cover for some of the wires hanging on the exhaust over there. That or there's some oil burning off on it. I'm not sure which. But I'll tell you what, you guys. It's good enough for tonight. I'm not sure what the hell is going on here. Something's up against something here. Doesn't really look like it. Just looks like oil burning off there. Well, that's cool. I mean, you know, you're gonna have that. All right, you guys, sorry about that. I'm just over here messing around. Yeah, we're just burning it off a little bit. So I was kind of concerned about that for a second, but probably could have paused you while I was freaking out on that. I thought something. So anyway, give it a couple more minutes, do a little bit of a cold start. Well, you guys, that's next. So it really doesn't have any water in it, so we're not going to run it